My name is Matthew McBirth. I am a junior at Ozark Christian College studying student ministry. I first met Cody Walker of my first semester of my sophomore year in high school, and met him despite going to the high school youth group. The youth group was great. At the time, I just went to go play basketball. That's how my friend got me to go. He said, "Hey man, there's a great basketball court. They have a nice basketball goal, free balls, just come there, and shoot some hoops." And it's like, okay, I'll go. I wasn't going to hear the service, hear the message, didn't even care about worship music or anything like that. I was not a Christian when I first started coming.
My name's Cody Walker, and I'm from actually the Joplin area. So I first came to Ozark in about 2000. I transferred to Ozark and graduated in 2003. After that, my wife and I left, went into ministry and full-time youth ministry, and ended up finally making our way to Louisville, Kentucky. We were in Louisville almost 6 years, and so in Louisville's where I met Matt. You know, I knew Matt was there because a couple buddies had invited him. I knew he probably didn't necessarily enjoy the worship or certainly the teaching time because Matt was a ball player. So during basketball, I think he was having a blast, and then I think he was trying not to sleep during my messages. So,
whenever I became a Christian, Cody just came up to me that same night I showed up at the youth group. He said, "You know, this basketball thing is cool, but this Jesus thing is way cooler." And he said that, again, me being a sophomore in high school, was like, yeah, okay, whatever. I'm just going to continue shooting hoops. But he told me, hey, come on back next week. And so me and my friends kept on going back week after week. And just slowly, I just started getting the word inside of me and started reading the Bible day after day. And then eventually, the next semester in February, I was baptized. Cody baptized me.
There's no way I would forget baptizing Matt. Matt is about 6'5", and so anytime you baptize someone that size, you do your best to get him under. But it was an awesome moment because of Matt's story and just the way God had taken him. And I knew, if God got a hold of this guy, that he was going to do great things for the kingdom.
I first heard about Ozark Christian College it had probably been a year later. It was the summer going into my senior year. I went to a CIY conference, but it was called Bible and Beach. It's something that Southeast did with CIY down in Florida. Down there, I decided that I wanted to go into full-time ministry. I felt the call to go into student ministry. So while I was a student at Ozark, I was plugged in with Christ Church Orinoco with the student ministry, the junior high youth ministry. And then I realized there's going to be a church plant in South Joplin. And once I realized who was leading it up, I was like, I have to go. It was Cody Walker.
Yeah, so we, 2013, in August, we came back to Hope City here to launch Hope City. Christ Church of Orinoco wanted to plant a church in South Joplin. And so we came back, and it was an incredible moment realizing that a few people that we had done ministry with and invested with in Louisville were already in Joplin. They were in Ozark and working on what it would look like to do ministry. And so to be able to call them up and bring them in and say, hey, let's do this thing together, was pretty cool.
And so I was like, I'm definitely going to go over there. So he asked me to come over there with some of my friends, and so did, and now I'm helping out with the youth ministry right now. I love going to the same church as Cody again, having him right downtown, just go over to his house and then be able to go to the same church and minister together. It's pretty amazing.
There's no way we would have thought after high school that we'd be getting to do ministry together. It's been pretty awesome to see how God's made that happen. So
I just want to thank everybody out there who just invested in all the students who go to Ozark, who give, and all the churches who help out. We really appreciate it. You guys are definitely making a difference in our lives, and we all just really appreciate it.
Yeah, and just as someone who's been on the other end investing in someone and getting a chance to see them come to Ozark, I want to say thank you. As someone who's been able to pass the baton and hand it off and see Matt grow into an incredibly awesome minister and carrier of the gospel. And so thank you. You really are making a difference.